Hello everybody, you've arrived at the funeral of Rusty. Rusty is the original Rusty the Rooster from Dr. BLT's Rockin Rooster show. We're going to have the viewing right now. Here's Rusty. What's left of Rusty. Now, Rusty wanted to be buried with the recorder, because the rooster that Rusty was inspired by was Rusty the Rooster on The Friendly Giant, a kids show up in Canada that I used to watch. And Rusty the Rooster on The Friendly Giant did play the recorder. Rusty was a very good rooster. Hello Mike, hello Diana. You've arrived at the funeral for Rusty the Rooster.
Show them a new hairstyle.
This is my daughter Cassidy. She's attending the funeral. We're supposed to frown. We are celebrating the life of Rusty, but we are frowning. And oh, I wanted to tell you, Cassidy and we're going to be releasing a new single. We're going to be releasing a new single. It's called Haunted House.
You never said I have a new hairstyle.
She has a new hairstyle. Of course, the focus is on Rusty the Rooster. That's right. Okay. Now you want to say anything about Rusty the Rooster? Does anyone want to say anything about Rusty the Rooster?
Rusty the Rooster was mistaken for a chicken, but really was a rooster deep down inside.
That's right. Some people did mistake Rusty for a chicken. There were quite a few people, actually. This is going to be the tomb. That is, you are now viewing the tomb for Rusty the Rooster. And at this time, I'd like to sing a song, if you wouldn't mind operating the camera, Cassidy. I'm going to sing a little song for Rusty the Rooster. Okay, I'm ready. Rusty the Rooster was a very good rooster. Rusty the Rooster was so good to me. Rusty the Rooster was a very good rooster. Rusty the Rooster, we're gonna miss her, you'll see. She said, rock-a-diddle-doo. Rock-a-doodle-doo, 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 rock-a-doodle-doo. We are so sad, we are so sad, we are so sad today. Rusty fell off the table at a Rockin Rooster show. Rusty fell off the table and someone said Rusty was pushed. We know that's not true, 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 that's not true. I would put Rusty off the table with you. Okay, but we're going to put the focus on Rusty. That's got to be one of the worst songs I've ever written. But I was inspired by Rusty. We have a new Rusty, by the way, and we have a new single coming out. My daughter and I, and
no, don't name it Rusty, because that's like replacing.
No, we don't want to replace Rusty, but we do have somebody that has been hired. But this particular rooster was hired
new hairstyle, peeps.
Before Rusty actually died. Now I want to speak for a few minutes. I want to tell you what Rusty meant to me. So, Rusty lived from 2017 to 2017. Rusty actually was the co-host and the egg shaker player of the show, Dr. BLT's Rockin Rooster show. You saw Rusty almost every morning. Rusty would get up. Whenever Rusty didn't get into the barley juice, Rusty would get up and Rusty would be there. Yeah, let's take another look at Rusty. Let's take another look at Rusty. Poor Rusty. That's Rusty's head. That's Rusty's broken body. I think we should play something on the recorder for Rusty.
Wow, you're bad at the recorder. You're better at the guitar.
That was actually a recorder rendition of the song for today's funeral.
You didn't even use the whole recorder. Let me do it.
Sorry, folks.
It's backwards.
Once again, you've arrived at the funeral for Rusty from Dr. BLT's Rockin Rooster show. It's a hot day here in San Diego. I also wanted to tell you about my new single. It features my daughter and my wife. It's called Haunted House. I didn't want to use Rusty's funeral as an opportunity to promote that single, but I'm just telling you about it. It's sharing. It's not promotion. Once again, you are viewing. Yes, rest in peace. Okay. Once again, this is going to be.
This is my song called Rest in Peace.
This is rest in peace. Rust in peace. It's called Rust in Peace, Rusty.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
We have one other person, St. Peter over here, has joined us for the funeral. Do you have anything you'd like to say about Rusty? Well, I like to watch Dr. BLT's Rockin Rooster show every morning. I enjoyed Rusty.
He's
Rusty
playing it.
Rusty was in a bad mood most of the time, but other than that, Rusty was a very, very friendly rooster. And all I have to say is that I want to cry right now. Okay, St. Peter, thank you very much for that. Once again, this is the tomb. This will be the tomb. If any of you want to say anything.
That's my sandbox.
It's my daughter's sandbox. She's generously donated that as the tomb.
You didn't even know you were going to do
So let's lift this up and let's put Rusty. Wow, there are spiders in there. But they all went away. Okay, Rusty. Here we go. There you go. Does anyone want to say anything? Anyone want to say any last words before we officially bury Rusty the Rooster? Rusty was the original rooster in Dr. BLT's Rockin Rooster show. I don't know why there are golf balls in there, but this is the tomb of Rusty. Once again, my daughter is playing Rust in Peace in honor of Rusty the Rooster. Now, some very close members of the family, some chickens and geese, are going to be saying some final words, and they would like to have the respect of privacy throughout that. One more time, Rusty was the original member of the duo Dr. BLT and Rusty on Dr. BLT's Rockin Rooster show. And that's every morning. We've got a new rooster. What happened this morning was I was about halfway through the show. Rusty showed up after hitting the barley juice and was in no condition to participate in the show. So I had already arranged for another rooster to come in and take Rusty's place, which that rooster graciously did. There are some rumors floating around that rooster actually pushed Rusty off the edge of the table, but I don't want to speculate. We have no evidence of that whatsoever. We only know that this is the condition that Rusty was found in, and this is the condition that he'll be laid to rest in. Poor Rusty. But Rusty was a very important part of the show, Dr. BLT's Rockin Rooster show. And that's about all the footage that we have for you. So now we are going to say ashes to ashes, rust to rust. There you have it, everybody. There's the funeral. That was the funeral of Rusty.
It's not even closed right.
It'll have to do. So be sure to join us, me and the new Rusty. Oh, somebody asked how did I get the idea for Rusty the Rooster? Well, I used to watch the show called The Friendly Giant. If you want to check it out on YouTube, The Friendly Giant had a rooster that played the recorder, and his name was Rusty. So check that show out. We have a new Rusty that will be joining us tomorrow, the same Rusty that joined us today, before this Rusty fell off the table and had this tragic accident. For those that have just joined, you are viewing the funeral of Rusty the Rooster from Dr. BLT's Rockin Rooster show. There you have a view of the casket, or rather the tomb of Rusty the Rooster, and the cross. There we go. Rusty was a good rooster. Thank you for joining us, and be sure to check out my new single. It should be appearing on KALX.
Our new single.
And Cassidy, my daughter, will be featured on that. I don't want to use Rusty's funeral as an opportunity to pitch that single. That would be very, very disrespectful towards Rusty. But once again, Rusty, does anyone have any questions? So I guess it won't be good to ask any questions for Rusty right now. But does anyone have any final words? Howie, Tina, Mike?
We love you.
Lewis, do you have any final words for Rusty?
We
Speak
love
now,
you, little chicken.
or forever hold your peace. Rust in peace. Rusty the Rooster.
We love you, little rooster.